need you to be there, inshallah. We need La ilaha illallah. You know, it reminds me of my brother Ahmed Radwan, which, subhanallah, maybe 10 years or more. I met him in Corona, California. He doesn't remember. I don't remember. But when I looked at my phone, I have his phone number. And I said, who is that guy, Ahmed Radwan? He said, that's me. I said, subhanallah. And you know what his job? He's a businessman. Successful, alhamdulillah, businessman. He's coming on his own expense to help GuideUs TV so we can spread La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. His main job is businessman. And you know what he does? He helps building houses for Tawheed. He helps build masajid. Without any further ado, my brother Ahmed Radwan, and inshallah, welcome him and give him what he deserves. Jazakum Allahu khairan, subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Thank you very, very much for the motivating words. Beautiful, beautiful, mashallah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وخاتم الأنبياء سيدنا محمد عبده ورسوله. يا عبادي الحي القيوم الواحد الأحد القوي الجبار الله. يا أمة رسول الله الكرام سلام الله عليكم ورحمته وبركاته. My dear brother and sister of Islam, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this golden opportunity to serve Him in the state of Texas. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to come from California and to come here and see these beautiful, righteous faces in front of me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and reward every one of you for every mile you have driven and every step you have taken to come here. Say Ameen after me. Ameen. Allahumma taqabbal rabbil alameen. My dear brother and sister of Islam, you have heard a great deal about the mainstream media. How they are tarnishing Islam. How they are attacking Islam. And we are sitting, watching, and we're doing nothing about it. The average person, they don't understand much about Islam, and they believe what they have seen on television. Believe it or not, brother and sister, the battle is just started. When I mean that, the battle just started. You know, you heard the new administration in the White House. You have seen and you heard how friendly toward Islam, how friendly toward the African American, how friendly toward Mexican, how friendly toward foreigners. Are we going to be silent and wait? Or are we going to get our voice to be heard and correct these false accusations about Islam? Islam, as you well aware, is peace. Surrender to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what Islam is all about. It's not what they've been teaching them about Islam. We need to teach the non-Muslim about Islam from our television, from our words, from our view, brother and sister. Enough is enough. Have you seen when they are interviewing a Muslim person against another non-Muslim person on television, CNN and so on? How much time they give to the Muslim brother and how much time they give to the non-Muslim brother? They're not equal. When he starts answering the question properly, when he starts defending Islam, they cut him off. Have you seen it? Yes. You seen it? What have you done about it? Absolutely, your hand is tied. I understand. But should not be tied tonight because you came here. You came because you want to make a difference. Because you just disagree what you have seen. Myself, to be honest with you, I'm sorry, I'm fed up with it. Absolutely fed up with it. When they interviewed a Muslim brother, when he started explaining about Islam, and then, I'm sorry, we're running out of time, brother, or, and then boom, and you get commercials or the show ends. And I said, oh my, this is not fair. This is not fair. But we got to do something, brother and sister, about this. We have to. We have to unite ourselves. We have to unite our voice. We have to speak up. We have to follow a successful leader like Sheikh Yusuf Estes and GuideUs TV. I cannot hear you. TV. Follow a successful organization like GuideUs TV. Let me tell you, when I first heard about this, and please pay attention. This way, I want it to get into your heart, into your brain, and do something about it. Years ago, I always liked to learn and to hear what other people say. I ran into Sheikh Yusuf Estes on YouTube. And I was impressed with his story, how he became Muslim. I said, wow, this is very interesting. And I was really touched by it, and I hope all of you, if you have not seen it, go to YouTube and look at it. And then I have started seeing a lot of people reverting to Islam because of his doing. And I said, how this man do this? And I started realizing because he was on the other side of the religion, and he understand how to communicate with them, and they understand what they feel and what they do not understand, and this is how he can get there. I saw massive amount of people are reverting to Islam because of him. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. I guarantee, I repeat again, go to YouTube, tears will be in your eyes, because it was in my eyes. And it's very difficult for me to cry. When I saw a person in Dubai, among a few others, revert to Islam, and he started crying, that person, when he was asking question first. Anyone have seen it when he was in Dubai? Seen it on YouTube? Yes. Who did? Raise your arm. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. So the other brother, I want you to go look at it and look when he visited Dubai. Guarantee you will have tears in your eyes. That brother, he was seeking to become Muslim. He wanted to know the truth. And Sheikh Yusuf Estes opened his heart. I don't know how he did it, but he succeeded. And the person immediately said, Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. And I see one after another. And I said, wow, this is very impressive. And I said, how can I meet this man, Sheikh Yusuf Estes? And I said, I would love to just to shake hand, or to take a picture with him, or to just to see his face, or to say thank you. Wallahi, I'm telling the truth, no exaggeration. And I cannot believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted my prayer, not to just take a picture with him. I'm working with him and I'm talking to him. I cannot believe that. See, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for an inch, he give you a mile. You ask him for 10, he give you 20. This is what it is. Inna Allah ghafurun rahim. So I want you to open your hearts to these things, to understand these things, brother and sister. We need to unite our voice. You know, in the jungle, who is the king of the jungle? Is it the elephant? Because the size of the elephant? You know, an elephant can turn a car, can take a tree from the roots out. Is it the hippopotamus because his mouth is so big? The crocodile? Who's the king of the jungle? Who could tell me? The lion. You know why is the lion the king of the jungle? I witnessed it with my own daughter when we were in Egypt, and I'll tell you about it. Because the roar, the voice, his voice is so scary. And look at the size of the lion. The lion is about this size, and the elephant about this size. It's because of the sound, the fearness in his voice. And then he causes fear, and he earned his respect, and he earned his title in the jungle, the king of the jungle. He earned it. It was not given to him because he let everyone know who's the boss in the jungle. So can we follow these steps and understand how the line did it, and we need to unite our voice and do this. Me and my daughter, her name is Habiba, she's 14 years old. We were in a zoo in Egypt. Wallahi, kidding you not. We were walking in there looking for the lion, and in the middle of the zoo, and then we heard that roaring voice, the ground vibrate. And I was so frightened, I have no idea where it's coming from. And my daughter, 5 years old, started crying from the sound, not even know what it is. She doesn't know it's a lion because she never seen a lion before her life. But the fear. Why I'm telling you this story, I want you to understand the voice is very, very important to us. So do not think otherwise. I want to share with you a story when we were in Corona with Chef Yusuf Estes after we have an event in Masjid Corona. And we decided to go break fast, and they had a very, very spicy food. And we decided to go elsewhere to eat at Panda Express. And then I have on my right Chef Yusuf Estes, on my left his assistant, his name is Josh. Both of them are beard and big size guy and Muslim attire. As soon as we walked into Panda Express, this lady here, she starts screaming, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." And I said, "Oh, is she gonna call 911 or what on us? What did we do? We just walked in and they ordered some food." And then she said, "I cannot believe Chef Yusuf Estes." And then, you know, Chef Yusuf Estes is so funny. And he started saying, "Where is he? Where is he? I want to meet him. Where is he?" And, you know, it was so hilarious. And then he started looking for Chef Yusuf Estes himself. And then the girl told him, "It's you." And then it became so funny. And then she started crying. And then I pulled my phone immediately and I started recording the story. And she's saying, "You are the one I could revert to Islam because of you. My parent, they don't want me to become Muslim, but I insist. After I listened to you on YouTube, I wanted to be a Muslim. And this is good. And then she came out of the counter and then she wanted to take a picture with him and start talking with him. And it was so beautiful. That, you know, she had a strong desire. She wanted to meet him, she said, but she doesn't know how. Just like me, when I first know about Chef Yusuf Estes. She doesn't know how. But you know who guided her? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Guided us to go to her. And instead of she's coming to Chef Yusuf, no, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Chef Yusuf Estes, the food is so spicy, go meet one of your followers there. And he did, not knowing that. See how beautiful it is, brother? I witnessed it, I seen it on YouTube. I want you to see it. So we have a very, very valuable man like this. And we're going to look the other way around and we act like we did not hear a word, or we're going to stand behind him and support and say, "We're going to help you, Chef Yusuf. You are on the right track. You can get to these people better than us. You can fix the broken bridge between the Muslim and the non-Muslim." He could do it, and he's been doing it alone by himself, spending a lot of his personal money. It's time for us, brother and sister, to hold hand with Chef Yusuf Estes and say, "We're going to support you. We're going to stand behind you. We're going to be doing dua, and whatever it takes, we're going to support." Are we willing to do that, brother and sister?
Yes.
I cannot hear you.
Yes.
Okay. So we came because this good cause. Because of this good cause. So with this brother and sister, who could open? I want a person to shake this building right here. Shake this ground right here and say, "I'm going to do vote. I'm going to do vote, or I'm going to give fi sabilillah," not for Sheikh Yusuf Estes. He doesn't need your money. You doing it for yourself. Fi sabilillah, who could give $20,000? Who could do that? I would love to see one person start this, brother and sister, and say, "I will give for sabilillah $20,000. Who could do this? We really need your help and support. There is no better time in United States to help and fix than today. With the new administration going to the White House, there is no better time. This is the best time to help and fix that broken bridge. Who could help us to do and reach our goal, inshallah, tonight? Anyone can say, I will help Sheikh Yusuf Estes and his organization and GuideUs TV and spend fi sabilillah $20,000. Who could do this? Brother and sister, please open your heart, open your mind. You came. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided you tonight to come to GuideUs TV. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought you here to come in because He loves you. So express your love by giving fi sabilillah. Inna al-hasanata yudhibna as-sayyat. You know that good deeds erases bad deeds, brother and sister. We all sinner, and we're gonna die sinners. No one have not sinned. Everyone sinned. Brother and sister, al-hasanat, the good deeds, erases bad deeds. Erases bad deeds. If you smile at someone's face, it's a good deed. If you feed somebody, it's a good deed. If you help to build a masjid, it's a good deed. So many. You elect to come in and support and help. So do not let the shaitan divert you otherwise until you know. You can barely make ends meet. Don't do it. No, don't do that. Break away. Break that chain between you and the shaitan. Okay, who's going to do this? Raise your arm. See, the kids are teasing me back there and they're holding each other's arm and they're raising it up. So who could from the adults raise your arm and say 20,000? Anyone could go for $10,000. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Say a'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan rajim. Allahumma guide us la'amal al-khayr tonight. Say that. Allahumma guide us la'amal al-khayr tonight. Allahumma guide us to do the good deeds tonight. Who could? $10,000. Anyone? $10,000, brother and sister. Anybody could donate 10,000. We really truly need your help and support. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us في سورة آل عمران بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها عرض السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين. What does this mean? The Jannah, it has been prepared already. He's not going to do it. It's already been prepared for al-muttaqeen. So why? Man hum al-muttaqeen, ya Allah? I want to know, because I want to be among them. الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والقازمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. Look at that, how beautiful this in Surah Al Imran. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He prepared it for the righteous people, the one they spend in the hardship and the ease time. So brother and sister, can anyone, instead of $10,000, it might be too hard for you, I will go down to $5,000. And Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, I need a righteous brother or sister to say, hey, Brother Ahmed, you came all the way from California, and we're not going to let you go back without completing your job, and help me here to help GuideUs TV. Who could do it? $5,000. $5,000, and we will take it from you in 2 terms if you want. Or we take it from you in payment. $5,000. Takbir! 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 May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, brother, and reward you, and protect your family. Say Ameen after me. Allahumma give you everything you need. There is your army, brother, one more time. $5,000. He is the lucky brother, the one, he showed this building, and he started this event. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect your family. Allahumma Ameen. Who could follow his footsteps? Brother and sister, who could follow his footsteps? I want a sister or a brother, and you could break it in twos. Either if you cannot afford 5,000, say, hey, Brother Ahmed, I'm gonna 2,500 here and 2,500 here. Please, believe me, wallahi, wallahi. This is a golden opportunity. We should not let go. Sheikh Yusuf Estes among us today, and he wants to help, and he has been helping for years. So let us do this, brother, and let us help him and help the GuideUs TV. Who could give 2,500, and then I'm going to give another sister for 2,500. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Brother and sister, we need $2,500. Who could help and support? I know you're hungry, I know you want to eat, but let us do first what we came here for. We came here to support GuideUs TV. Who could do this? $2,500. $2,500, brother and sister. It's very, very simple. Allahu Akbar. Takbir. Takbir. Raise your arm, brother, one more time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Do you see him there? Do you see that brother? He raised his arm right there. So please take his name and phone number. $2,500. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and reward you and protect you. Allahumma ameen. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Sheikh Yusuf Estes, his wife, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless her and reward her. She said to him, we willing to put our own money, $5,000, if another brother match her the condition. I did that many times. I put, alhamdulillah, quite a bit of money, and I said, if somebody could match me. So who could challenge the sister here and say, sister, I'm going to support you. So if you pay 5,000 and you're going to pay 5, you're going to wind up with how much? 10,000. So we don't want to let this golden opportunity again to go by, because their 5,000 is going to actually be 10,000. So who could do this? $5,000. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Say a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Allahumma guide us la'amal al-khayr. Allahumma ameen. $5,000, brother and sister. We should not let that $5,000 go. And I would like to ask, can I grab 225 or it have to be one? Okay, can I have, he said it's up to you. Okay, to make it easy, I'm looking for $2,500, and then the sister is going to give, inshallah, $5,000. I need $2,500. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. $2,500, brother and sister. $2,500. And I will take it from you on payment. Okay, if you cannot afford it, we will take it from you on payment. Look at, your money is going to go a long way. Your money is going to be working not only in Texas, it's going to be working worldwide. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube and see Sheikh Yusuf Estes. He is working 24/7. His cash register is running, collecting hasanat. Because when every person, non-Muslim, they look at YouTube and see this, they revert to Islam. And I actually seen it, and I witness it. I witnessed it myself. Nobody told me about it. I seen it in Corona. So brother and sister, do not divert yourself. Prevail on the shaitan regime and say, I'm going to get that 5,000. So who could give $2,500? Brother and sisters, we need your help and support. Let us reach our goal. 2,500? 2,500? Okay, how about this? How many brothers could raise their arm for $1,000? Just 1,000. Takbir! Takbir! May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and reward you and protect your children. Say Ameen after me. $1,000 from the brother. Who's going to follow? I need additional. Allahu Akbar. Takbir. Takbir. I was just informed that we have additional 5,000, sister. So your 5,000 is counted, and we got another 5,000. So alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and protect you and reward you. Allah, say Ameen after me. Allahumma taqabbal minha ya Rabbil Alameen. So brother and sister, so we have one brother, we need 1,000, so I need a few thousands to come in, inshallah. How many? Bismillah. Raise your arm. $1,000. Just 1,000. We left the 20,000. We left the 10. We left the 5. And now we just $1,000. Brother and sister, we need your help and support. Believe me, wallahi, wallahi, I'm telling you. Go on YouTube and you're going to see what I'm seeing. It will put tears in your eyes, brother and sisters. It will put tears in your eyes. Yes.
Bismillah. All right, Maymuna, inshallah. So I'm going to take it from you real quick. I want to step in here, and I know I'm part of GuideUs TV, but I have to make my own contribution to it as well. I've had some people doing some work for me. We've been real busy for the last 3 weeks doing all these tours, but I've had some people working for me to do some other jobs on the side so I can make money. And I want to give roughly 30 to 33% of everything I have to this project. Inshallah, it's not much, but it's close to $600, and that's what I want to do. So please, guys, we really believe in this, and we need our voice really bad. Please help us out. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyone could follow the brother's footsteps? Brother and sister, you know, like I said earlier, you have been guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to come here to GuideUs TV. Let me share with you from Surah Muhammad alayhi afdal salatu wassalam. في آخر سورة محمد Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ها أنتم هؤلاء تدعون لتنفقوا في سبيل الله فمنكم من يبخل ومن يبخل فإنما يبخل عن نفسه والله الغني وأنتم الفقراء وإن تتولوا يستبدل قوما غيركم ثم لا يكونوا أمثالكم. What does this, brother and sisters, means? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Takbir. When I was reciting, brother and sister, earlier, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he say, Ha antum ha'ula, just like he's pointing, here you are, you have been invited to spend fi sabilillah. Among you hold out of greed. Among you hold out of greed. And who hold out of greed, he actually harming himself. أَمَّ اللَّهُ الْغَنِيُّ وَأَنْتُمُ الْفُقَرَاءُ وَإِن تَتَوَلَّوْا, and you refuse to spend fi sabilillah, he can change other ummah instead of you. This is what basically what he's telling us. So brother and sister, he approached me, alhamdulillah, we have $2,500, and we have another brother, he said $600, takbir. So brother and sister, I need your help and support, and to help yourself, whatever you are donating, wallahi, wallahi, inshallah, Yawm al-Jannah, you're going to say, I remember that guy, he came from California, and he keep talking and asking and begging, and then I spend that money, and now I see it helped me in Jannah. It helped me in the Jannah, because inna al-hasanat yudhibna as-sayyi'at. Allahu Akbar. Thank you, brother. What's your name? Jawad, MashaAllah. And you giving gift here to GuideUs TV? MashaAllah. Beautiful, beautiful jewelry. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and bless your mom and your dad and your brother and sisters and whoever you have. See, they are given this here jewelry to sabilillah. This is going towards sabilillah, inshallah. Brother and sister, so we are on the $1,000 mark. So how many brother and sister could donate $1,000? One, takbir. Takbir. We have the sister right here with the child. Please, somebody go there. Who could go there? Because please. Zach, could you please, the sister right there, please raise your arm one more time. $1,000 right there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and reward you with the child with the beautiful bowl there. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brother and sister, accept from you. So we have the sister $1,000. So I'm looking for another sister or a brother for another $1,000. Who could do this? 1,000. Do not think twice. Break away from the shaitan regime. Break away from the shaitan regime, and inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept your sadaqah, inshallah. Who could do this? Brother and sister, we need your help and support. 1,000. 1,000. Okay, how many of you could afford just $500? Only 500. Takbir. Takbir. Brother Zach. With a brother here, $500. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and reward you right here. $500. So if you don't have your checkbook with you, you can fill the pledge right there, the brother there, 500. Yes. Allahu Akbar, Takbir. Takbir. We have people are seeing us live on television. And guess what? One generous brother, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him and reward him and protect him. If he can hear me right now and see me, $3,000. Takbir. Takbir. We need Brother Hassan here to come and take over for a couple of minutes, and we will share the microphone. You know your people better than me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and reward you for all the work.
Just a reminder, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Listen carefully to this ayah and see where you fit. وابتغ فيما آتاك الله الدار الآخرة ولا تنس نصيبك من الدنيا وأحسن كما أحسن الله إليك. How many parts in this ayah? وابتغ فيما آتاك الله الدار الآخرة. The wealth, the blessing that you have, regardless of what it is, use it, advance it for the hereafter. You cannot take your money to the hereafter, but you can advance it. You can send it with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the form of donation. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيا. Have fun and enjoy yourself. We're not saying take all of your money and get rid of it. Enjoy it here, but think of the hereafter. And this is where you're supposed to really think a lot. وَأَحْسِنْ كَمَا أَحْسَنَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْكَ. Be good like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been and will be good for you. أَحْسِنْ كَمَا أَحْسَنَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْكَ. Look at yourself. Are you feeling good? You have your family, you have your wealth, you have your job. Look at the goodness that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given you. Be good like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is good for you. Money changes your life. When you give it, it changes your life. It makes you healthy. It increases your wealth. It takes care of you. Brothers and sisters, Sheikh Yusuf, I don't know if he remembers or not, but we worked together in a telemarketing room in the 90s. You remember that, Sheikh?
I was no good.
He sells good, and now he's selling La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. He is enlightening hearts. He is giving light to people stumbling in the dark. People don't know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People miserable. People not feeling good. Depression. Impossible to be depressed if you have La ilaha illallah and you understand it. It's impossible. Impossible to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to be depressed. He's able, He's capable, He can hear, He can see, He can change, He can do, He can give. $500, brother, is that where you stop?
Yes.
I think we need to increase it. 1,000, brother. We need, I need 5 people, inshallah. 5 people for 1,000. It's either can be one time or in payments, $100 a month. Can we have 5 people, inshallah? Wallahi, brother, this is something so crucial. Television. We don't have, imagine all the Muslims all over the United States, we don't have one television station. The opportunity is there, subhanallah. 5 people, can we have 5? One, start with one. $1,000, inshallah, $100 a month, that will make it. Can we have one brother, inshallah? Bismillah.
I'll be the first one.
Allahumma iftah alayk ya Rab. Allahumma iftah alayk wa jib khayr al-jazaa. I will be the second one.
Allahu Akbar.
Jazakallahu khairan. That's 2. 2 out of 5. Can we have 3 more?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Three more, ya ikhwan. Bismillah. Sisters, money, cash, wealth. Where does it go? Don't look at your brothers or your husbands or your grandfathers and all of that. It's you.
Sadaqa jariyah.
تصدقنا معاشر النساء. Address from Prophet Muhammad ﷺ directly to the sisters. Can we have a sister for 1,000?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
A sister for 1,000. Someone who is not really having that much. When the brother comes here and he tells you 1/3 of what he has, subhanallah, many of us have a lot more than that. So 1,000. Can we have one sister?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Bismillah. Allahumma barik, ya sisters. We have children. You have children. You care for that. One la samahallah emergency visit, it's gone. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects you from that. Can we have one sister, 1,000?
Monthly donation.
One sister, bismillah. One sister. One believer. One supporter. One sister, can we have one? Bismillah. Going once. One sister. No one sister here? The sisters are double the brothers here. We should get one sister for 1,000, inshallah. Can we have one?
Right here.
Allahumma ftah alayk. Jazakallahu khairan. Fatah Allahu alayk. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Sisters, you get jealous. You get jealous in a way that doesn't please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can you get jealous in a way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Can we have a sister jealous from her? Yes, jealous from her. And be proud of being jealous from her. One sister who is jealous for another 1,000. One sister, yeah, jealousy, don't run away. Because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, La hasada illa fitnatayn. Hasad here, you can enjoy it and have fun with it. Can we have one? One other sister that is jealous. No jealous sisters? If she has a better bag, I'm sure you will go look for another one. One sister, sisters. Okay, one brother. MashaAllah. You raising your hand, brother, or your what? Is he? What do you mean, half? You raise your hand, Amara. Can we have a brother who supports his wife or his sister for 1,000? One brother, sisters? We got 3. We need 2. 2 more. No food. Right. 500. Can we have 500, inshallah? Again. Just we need 2 more, inshallah. 2 more thousand. Can we have 500? One brother, sister, 500? Tayyib. 250. 250. 250 brothers. Can we have the first one? Jazakallahu khairan. Allahu Akbar. What's one? Number 250. 2, 3. MashaAllah. Allahumma ftah ya Rab. 3. Can we have the 4? 250 brothers. $250. 250. We got 3.
50 in the back there too.
3. Can we? 5 more 250. Inshallah we get it. 5 more 250. Can we have number 1 here? From the 5?
250.
250 brothers. 250. Bismillah. Right, can we have one more? One more 250. Just one more. $50 a month?
Payment also.
$50 a month? One? 250? Just one so we can get the overall 1,000 and go inshallah and move. 250, 250, please. Bismillah.
250.
No 250 type. Hundreds. Hundreds. How many hundreds we can get? Everybody should give it 100 please. Can we have?
Upgrade your donation.
Let's have 10 people 100. 10 people first 100. No hundreds? Sheikh, Ta'al. You need to get me $1,000 from the crowd, inshallah. Ta'al. You're young and you can talk. Old people don't work good.
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. As all of y'all just saw, I did not prepare, I did not expect, but there is this one ayah that I always remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning. And this one ayah always comes to my heart because anytime it's time to donate or it's time to give money, I repeat this to myself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله ومن يفعل ذلك فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in this ayah, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله. He is saying, do not let your wealth nor your children, these beautiful children who are sitting right here, turn you away from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَن يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and the ones who allow their wealth and their children to turn them away from Him subhanahu wa ta'ala will be min al-khasirun, from the losers. I myself am a teenager and I see a lot of kids and I have a lot of friends, and wallahi, this right here, whenever my dad told me about this cause, I said I am coming. Right now it is Saturday night. We have the Patriots and the Texans playing football. And I decided to put that on the side to come here. I decided to put all my friends on the side to come here because I know how important this is. When your children who are sitting with you right now walk inside the living room or walk inside the house and see that puppet talking, hearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hearing Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, even if they have no clue what he is saying, when they see that on repeat, what happens? They start to feel some connection. They start to feel that there is something they have to learn as they get older. But when they wake up and whenever they go to the TV and every single day it's cartoons, or it's some haram show that's on, or it's something that the disbelievers consistently watch and you have that playing, how do you expect them to be on the righteous path? How do you expect those beautiful children you would do absolutely anything for to be on that path that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent us for? My dear brothers and sisters, like I said, I did not intend or plan to come and stand here. But I do understand how important this cause is. And I see so many kids here. And wallahi, I'm telling you, I have seen my friends who hang out with angels become angels. And I've seen friends who were angels hang out with devils and become devils. Our children are extremely crucial. The world that we live in, we have to make sure we put them in the correct environments. And which environment are they in the most? In their homes. In their homes and on TV, you want to see GuideUs TV consistently on. So they can be able to watch it, so they can enjoy it, and so they can learn their religion. It is free and there is no cost on you. And what you are doing right now is gaining hasanat. So what I'm going to ask for is just 10 hands for $100. And if you can't afford it, takbir! MashaAllah, $100, very little. $10 a month if you can't. For 1 month, don't eat out anywhere. That's just $10. Can I get a second hand for $100? Bismillah. Wake up, everybody's asleep, start shaking, realize, takbir, we have a second one in the back. Realize that this life, wallahi, it is worthless. And realize if you are sick right now, you would pay your entire pocket to stop being sick. The other day I was sick and wallahi, I was sitting in the restroom. And I know everyone's eating, so I'm not going to get into that detail. But I was sitting in the restroom and wallahi, I said, oh Allah, I will give my entire wallet. Just please let me feel better. And all I had was a fever and the other side stuff, stomach pain, and you know what I'm talking about. Wallahi al-Azim, you will pay your entire life to feel better. Please do not be the one who says, oh Allah, I wish I gave. I wish I did so and so. You're alive, you're here right now. I see potential, positivity, beautiful faces, smiles, every single look I have on you guys. Let's see that. We have 200s. Let's get another 8. Can I get one more 100? Another person. Raise your hand, be happy, be confident. Understand you are here. Takbir. He's going to take them all. Come on, he's taking all your hasanat. He's a businessman, so he's smart in this life and in the hereafter. That's the third 100. Another 100. Raise your hand. Say Bismillah and A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. MashaAllah. Takbir. That's the fourth 100. Let's go. Let's keep the momentum flowing. The plate you're eating costs $100. You're not even paying for it. Can we get a fifth person? A fifth person. Bismillah. Bismillah. I see it in the crowd. I know it's in the crowd. A fifth person for $100, and if you're feeling a bit confident, drop all that 500 and take all the hasanat. Everybody's focused on their food, so I don't want to push too much on you, but I know we have it in the people. Last $100. Somebody seal this off, and inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will allow you to see the fruits of what you have just done. Takbir! Takbir! He stole it from him, but he also got it. Takbir for the both of them, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them and their families and allow them to see the fruits of what they have just done. This is a beautiful event, so inshallah you all enjoy it. Communicate, network, get to know each other, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk, wassalamu alaikum.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله رب العالمين هو الذي جعل المسلمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. First and foremost, I want to thank all of those who have suffered and sacrificed to make this all possible. Some of our brothers have come from very long distances and given up their own families to come out and help us. When we were, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, when we were out in California doing the same thing for our channel there, Ahmed was there for anything and everything we needed. And may Allah reward him. When he heard I was doing this, he couldn't wait to get out here. Subhanallah, subhanallah. And I know his family, he has young ones at home, that they would love to have their dad with them, but look at here, he came out here to help us with this. In addition to that, I've seen some sacrificing tonight and had some phone calls from people watching us. Really touches my heart very, very much. It makes me know that we've got to keep working. This is a good commitment. We'll just keep going. I want to ask, and I want to put a little pressure on you right now for something that's a lot harder to give up than money. You know what it is? Who will answer this question? Not my guys, we already know. What is harder to give up than money? Time. Thank you, brother. Jazakallah khair, that's exactly what I'm talking about. We have this thing, it's a little survey that we want to be sure that everybody fills one of these out. And for all the adults. Yeah, and then we'll collect those back up. So I need you to fill them out. Take a break from the food for a minute and fill it out. We want to know the zip code because it tells us an area to focus on with our antenna and the programs and so on. The second is we want to know how you rate the program that we had tonight. And if you could just name a couple of things that you liked or things you didn't like, or what you'd like to have changed, there's some room on there. Just write over the numbers. And if we have a program like this again, would you come? And then here's the big one. This is the one we're really going to be looking at. Would you volunteer to help us in some way? Whether it's to help us get the contacts for the people to come, or to help serve, or to help be part of what we're doing, or even come up and take the microphone, whatever. But we'd like for you to let us know what you might be able to do there. Number 8, it says, what type of programs do you watch on television? And you can just put, a simple genre. Then name 2 that you would like to see on GuideUs TV. And we are suggesting the Islamic cartoons. That's a good one for the children. And then our talk shows. Let me take this opportunity to talk to you about the channel just a little bit, so you know. The channel broadcasts 24 hours a day all over the world. And what we are trying to do here is not add another channel. We already have more here than we have anywhere else in the world. We've got 2 free-to-air channels broadcasting from the other side of Jopool Lake. Those 2 antennas are 2 out of the 12. If you ever go out that south side out there and you see those antennas sticking up, there's 12 of them out there. Been there for years. 2 of those right now are broadcasting 26.1 and 28.2. And that gives us a strong coverage all over the whole DFW area. We have no other place on the planet that has such strong coverage as we have right here. The opportunity is here. So the channel is there, but the station is not. What's the difference? Let me explain it like something you might be able to understand a little easier. There's a difference between building cars and building roads to run the cars on. Is that right? Yeah, okay. So we've already got the roads out there. We need the cars. And what do I mean by that? The programs that we need to have need to be focused on each area where we're at. We cannot do that when you're broadcasting all over the world. It's very obvious that we have to be general in a lot of topics. But when you have your own local station, it's called an affiliate station. I don't know, you ever watch CNN? Do you ever watch the Fox Network, or you watch ABC, CBS? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what happens when they want to do the local news? When they put the news up, they tell you national news, then the local news. They want to tell you what's going on locally. How can they do that? They have to have a local affiliate channel. And so when we have that, when people see the local news from our perspective, you'll change dynamically immediately. Let me just give you one example. The gentleman that's sitting right over here right now handling the broadcasting, he's sitting right over here. That's Ahmed Hassan. He is from Columbus, Ohio. Look at him real close and you'll say, no, he's not. He's from Somalia. But he lives in Columbus, Ohio. And we just recently, he's really instrumental in behind me doing what we're doing right now. He's the one who gave me the idea. When he had Delmar TV there in the Somali language. He now works with GuideUs TV and he donates more than I can even begin to tell you. But what we found in just the short time that we've been able to start the local station there, we're broadcasting locally, talking to the local people. As soon as we started on the local channel, we had politicians interested if they could come out and talk about their issues. And they came out, and listen to what they said. The sheriff of Franklin County came and sat with me. I interviewed him, and he himself said, you know, we're not giving, as a government agency, we're not giving enough respect to the Somali community, to the Hispanic community, or to the Muslim community. I want to see that change. He said that. When we were in Delaware, the governor of Delaware came out and wanted to be on GuideUs TV because they have a monitor station there that is accessible for us to use. It doesn't belong to us, but we could use it. Now, can you imagine what we're talking about? What do you think will happen in DFW? Right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. What do you think is going to happen when we've got our own voice? How many of you have children? Raise your hand. Why do you say raise your arm? We always say raise your hand. You didn't know that? Well, because yad, it covers hand and arm, doesn't it? You're translating, aren't you? Okay. I just figured that out. Anyway, you have children. Children in school? How many? How many got children in school? Or children going to be in school? Now, here's what I want you to think about. Suppose they're asked to make a little project for science and take it to school. Suppose they take a science project to school and you don't see them again for a couple of days. And you don't know where they are. You don't know what happened to them. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Irving, Texas, clock project. They tried to make it out that he had a bomb. True or false? All of that stops when you have local representation because they know they can't get away with it. Let me tell you what happened in Columbus just last month. A boy that was in school, was in the college, his car jumped the road, jumped the curb, he hit some people. When he got out of the car, somebody shot him and killed him. Then the story all of a sudden becomes that he's trying to mow people down, jumped out with a hatchet, jumped out with a machete. Another story said he had a butcher knife. Another story is telling us he had a sword. All of these stories coming out, and he's not alive to tell the other side of the story. The next thing you know, by coincidence, of course, we don't have conspiracy theories. So, by coincidence, here's a channel from Canada, and the lady's right there in front of the masjid that just been built by the Somalis there, and she's standing there acting like she couldn't get an interview with the sheikh in there. And I know him personally. He's telling me to get back in front of the camera. Okay, sorry. Oh, and the microphone? Oh, how's that? Is that better? I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I get carried away. Anyhow, I'm telling you something amazing. We were in Australia. Check this out. We were in Australia, 2 o'clock in the afternoon Australia time, which is 10 o'clock New York time. And we always have a 10 o'clock New York time, 9 o'clock your time. We always have a live program every night. We do that. As we were preparing to go on, we get a phone call. Mahid called us. He said, I've got the imam of the masjid here. He wants to answer back about all of that stuff. He went live with us. I asked him the questions from Australia now, and I'm talking to him in Columbus. Every one of the channels was out there with their cameras ready to start in and do their big deal. And you know what's going to happen the next day? They're going to be all swarming around the masjid. You know, you've seen it. You know what's going to happen. But guess what? After he explained that, first of all, we know all of the people in our masjid, and he does not come here. He doesn't come to our masjid. That's number one. Number two, in Islam, we have this idea that people are innocent until proven guilty. Well, by the way, he said it exactly perfect because that's the way it's supposed to be in the United States. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, especially when the eyewitnesses all of a sudden can't be found. We know that some people got hurt. That's not even the point. The point is, if the person is laying there dead and you're making up stories about them and they can't answer back, then what? Well, anyway, after that short interview we had with Imam Horsi, there was never another word in the newspaper or on the news about it. Nothing. It doesn't mean the boy was right. It doesn't mean that he didn't do something. What it means is they can't run away with the story. And this is what's been happening again and again and again. In San Bernardino, California, how many of you heard about this story? But what you heard really was commentary on the internet. The actual news people played around and just would refer to what happened, just like I just said it. I didn't say what happened, did I? But I let you assume. In reality, one of our volunteers in California, that supports GuideUs TV, by the way, had her 2 children in that same building, in that same place, because they know the people. What they told us was that the 2 people that came there were awarded something for their hard work that they'd been doing, and they left. Then somebody else came in uniforms and started doing this stuff. That's what they said. To me personally. That's not the story we're hearing being passed all over the world, is it? There's nothing like the story we're told. I did see pictures of the man and the woman, but they weren't wearing the fatigues that we were told about, wearing uniforms or whatever. They were wearing just what we were told, they were wearing the same clothes that they wore when they came and got their awards. But what we saw was them laying in their own blood, handcuffed behind their backs. Anybody got a problem with that? I did. I had a serious problem with that. Why do you have to shoot somebody in the head that's got handcuffs behind their back? Well, we brought that up and we found out, just so you know, we found out the answer. It's because according to the source that we got, they said, oh, well, anytime there's any terrorism, we always have to handcuff them behind their back, even if they're already dead. I'm asking you a question. Do you not think we need to have a voice? You heard our brother Ahmed Radwan tell us clearly about the voice of the lion. We don't even have the voice of a bullfrog. And unless and until you get your own local station, you can count on a lot more clocks being turned into bombs. And a whole lot more accidents being turned into some kind of act of violence or terrorism, and dead people laying in the ground that can't talk back. Because there are people out there that are not good, strong, beautiful Americans. Most of the American people, and I know, growing up here, are great people. But they're like you and I. When we get exposed to the same story over and over, we have a tendency to believe it. Is it time for another story? Is it time to bring our side and show people what Islam really is? Because, and I'll close with this one thing. I want you to think about this one thing. There is a word in the Quran that doesn't get translated. I'm talking about English translation. The word is Islam. Look through the translations, it's never translated. Inna Dina Indallahi al-Islam, translated as, verily the religion with Allah is Islam. That's what it says. And everywhere else you find the word Islam in Arabic, it says I-S-L-A-M in English. You know what's wrong with that? Who can tell me what's wrong with that? If you're a translator, why aren't you translating that? Is that an Arabic word or is English word? Huh? Islam is Arabic or English? So why didn't it get translated? Today, most of the Muslims in the world do not know what Islam means. Most of the Muslims in the world today do not know what it really means. In fact, most of them will tell you it means peace. How many of you heard some Muslims say it was peace? How many believed it? You did? Okay, well, some of those people are in this room. The word Islam is coming from the same root as salam, which is a type of secured peace. But if you really know the depth of the meaning, I'm going to show you how important it is to talk about this word. It means to surrender your heart, your mind, and your soul over to God, number one. Number two, to submit to the commandments of God. You know the 10 Commandments? Well, we got a lot more, but we adhere to those. Number one commandment is what? Thou shalt not have any other gods beside God. La ilaha illallah. That's the foundation of what we believe, true or false. Number 3 is to completely obey as much as we can those commandments. Number 4 is to be in sincerity with Almighty God when you do it, not 99%, 100%. Now before I go to number 5, the last one, let me ask you a quick question. I want you to think. Can you force somebody to be sincere, yes or no? Can you force somebody to be sincere? Imagine you could say, you better love me or else. What is that? If anybody said, yeah, I love you, what are they really saying? I'd love for you not to hurt me. That's what they're really saying. Sincerity cannot be bought. Sincerity cannot be forced. So I'm going to ask you to think about it. How many times have we heard Islam spread by the sword? All the time. How do you spread sincerity by force? It's a contradiction in terms. Yes or no? It's called an oxymoron. If you say that there is a forced conversion to Islam, you are basically saying 2 words that contradict each other. You know, like government intelligence. Sorry about that. Anyway. Was that out loud? What I'm trying to drive home a point, because the 5th word is peace with Allah after you have done His will here on earth. This is the same message that came with Jesus Christ, peace be upon Him. This is how He taught His followers to pray. He taught them to pray to God direct, not to Him, directly to God, saying these words. There's one word that we don't use because we think God is more than just one half of an equation. We don't say Father, and we don't say Mother. We don't have a Mother God or Father God. We say that God who created everything, the one who is the Lord, so we can say our Lord. There you go. And He's over all the heavens and earth, and that's the same thing that we find in the Bible. And hallowed is your name. That also we find in Islam, sacred names of Allah, the 99 names of Allah. Then it says, your kingdom come. And we know that. And your will be done on earth. And what do you call that? Qadr of Allah. Do we believe in the Qadr of Allah? If we don't, we can't be a Muslim. That's the 6th pillar of belief. Then asking Allah for the rizq. And we do that every day. In this version of the translation, it says that you're asking for your daily bread. I think all of us are beyond asking just for bread. We're asking for everything in the world. But still, and it goes on, and this is the same again as what we have in Islam. To ask Allah to forgive us and to forgive those who sin against us. True or false? As long as you see these comparisons and you share that, you will watch and see people under Islam. We've had 3 people enter Islam in the last 3 days. Just because of that. It is not a complicated process. The problem comes in when they see all of this negativity that's being hyped up out there, and these people can get away with it. They know it. There's nobody to put them in check. There's no alternate source. If you go to the YouTube, if you go to the Google, if you go anywhere on the internet, you put in Islam, oh, bad guys, look, they did this, they did, whoa, 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 that place, this place, so-and-so, and then they begin to insult Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Look at this. Muslims stick up for the Christian faith and have for 1,400 years. I want you to think about that. When it was at the time when Mel Gibson wanted to make Passion of the Christ, nobody would support him in this thing. He had to put up his own money to do it. But he wanted the authentic languages. Aramaic is only spoken in one part of the world. You know where it is? In Syria. One small part of Syria, and those people there have been protected by the Muslims for 1,400 years. They're similar to the Amish people. You know, they're farmers, they work there, all that. Do you know that that is the best example for us to show the relationship? We're not talking about yesterday or tomorrow. We're talking about 1,400 years. Those people wouldn't be existing today had not the Muslims protected them. The same thing is true with Egypt. When the Muslims went into Egypt, the Egyptians were not fighting against Islam. Do you know who they were fighting? The Romans. So when the Muslims came in and fortified them, a lot of the Christians decided, I'm talking about the Egyptian Christians, decided, you know what? Let's tear down our churches and build mosques in the same place. And I'm an eyewitness to that. I have it on film. I can show you so many of the masajid in the Cairo area that when you look at the pillars, they're ancient pillars holding up there. And you look at the top, right at the top, you'll see little crosses up there. Even in Azhar, in the women's section, there's crosses way up in there that they didn't even bother to rub out. But they changed the direction of the churches to face toward the Qibla. That was the Christians who converted and became Muslims. See, these stories, we're telling them on GuideUs TV, of course with a lot of graphics and nice things and good speakers, not me, but it makes a difference. And when these people see it, then they start saying, whoa, wait a minute, hold on a second. And whenever somebody in the family becomes a Muslim, a lot of times they get thrown out of their own family. They don't even get a chance. You're lucky. Your parents didn't try to kill you. But you got good parents. Same for you. I'm proud that we still have a lot